in the NBA, blockbuster trade with the Pistons and the Clippers. And we'd like to welcome in Kenny Smith to talk about this trade. Kenny, just an interesting trade when you think of the guards dominating this league and Blake Griffin changing conferences.
First, Chris, I know we haven't formally officially met, but in TNT and NBATV, I'm affectionately known as the Jet.
Get it right, Kenny.
We got you, man.
Get this rookie right.
Should we make him do some push-ups like in?
Get him a team.
You got to make the rookie do push-ups, man. Come on, man.
He think he buff, Kenny.
Oh, man.
No doubt, man. But, hey, man, I've been listening to you guys actually a little bit, talking about the trade. And if I was a Piston fan, I would be a little worried, obviously, because I like Zeke. You're a Piston, man. Like, this is an all-or-nothing move, as you said. And I've heard Sam say it and you said as well. But for me, as a casual Piston fan, like, I would be okay with this because now if we're in the Western Conference, I'll be like, oh, my gosh, this ain't going to work. But in the East, when the fourth best team is the Miami Heat, who don't really play small ball, don't play outside. You look at Washington, they don't really have jump shooters other than Bradley Beal. Milwaukee, they struggling worse just as bad as we are, and they don't play outside in. Indiana, we could get them. Philly, they don't have their best two players really don't shoot the ball from the outside. Ben Simmons can't shoot it. And what if LeBron leaves next year? Oh, we good. I like the Eastern. I like the Eastern Conference is up for grabs with this style. Like the Western Conference, you're a 10th, 11th seed. But with Toronto and DeRozan for the first time ever really shooting a three, nobody in the East plays like that other than Boston. That's why they lead in the division. So if you look at who they have to play against in that conference and in the Eastern Conference, it's okay. But if you said his team is compete the West, I'd be like, no way.
You make an interesting point, and I would say to you, okay, if Stan is going to change his coaching philosophy, right? If he's going to change to, okay, we're going to throw it inside, we're going to pound it, we're going to slow it down, and we're not going to play the three ball as much as we've tried to play it in the last couple of years. If he's going to change his philosophy and adapt like a Miami, okay, and play inside, or like a Philadelphia that's strictly playing through Embiid now, if he's going to change his style and coach that way, then we'll see. But what we've seen of his philosophy and his coaching style since Orlando, since Miami, and now Detroit, is that he has a system, he believes in his system, and that's been the way he's tried to play. But if he's going to change and play the way Philadelphia is playing with Embiid right now, through Blake on the box, then, they got a chance. But if he's not going to change his style, then it's going to be a difficult fit, I think.
Well, the one thing that I always learned is the greater the player, the more the coach had to change. So, LeBron James and even Blake Griffin, he's close to that, where they make you change what you think. Because then also, if you look at I think there's too many teams that want to play like Golden State and Houston that shouldn't be playing at it. Like, I watch the Lakers. I live in Los Angeles. I watch the Lakers play, and I'm like, they shouldn't be shooting threes. Like, they're trying to shoot threes at the pace of these other teams, but they don't have great three-point shooters. So if we're in the West, oh, man, that's terrible, Zeke. Sam, that's terrible. But in the East, these dudes could be a 4 seed, man. And then you get a free agent in the offseason. You could be and you just pray that LeBron James says, I'm not coming back. And it's all open. To have a Blake Griffin and a Dre pound it inside and play, because Whiteside, Giannis, all of those guys, you put them, they're the same. There's no great players past the 3 seed on both teams. I'm talking about there's good players, really good players. But in terms of a great player past the 4 seed, other than Giannis, there's nobody out there. Not great, because if they were great, they'd be in the top 3 seeds.
Kenny, let's just look at this trade from strictly this standpoint. When you look at it, Stan when they got the Pistons fans a star. Is Blake Griffin that guy, and can he sell seats in that new arena? We know what the basketball chances are as far as the risk from the basketball standpoint, but I like the trade just from a standpoint of now we have a name, we have a star, we have a person that people want to come pay to see. What do you think about it from that aspect?
That only works for me for about 15 games, and then after a while, I'm gonna start booing you, and I'm gonna stop paying. So, like, I ain't gonna pay. Like you asked the Knicks, about how long did that last? Having guys just namesake, and I'm not talking about Carmelo. I'm talking about guys before Carmelo. Just having names at times doesn't do it. So I think overall, the one thing that you have to understand is, to me, is can you win? And Blake Griffin, the only knock on Blake Griffin is he don't stay healthy. Like, when he's healthy, we always like, man, the Clippers got a chance. They might beat the Spurs. If Blake is healthy, they might. And then he gets hurt. So for me, it's just about his health. Is he a top 10 to 15 player in the NBA? It's all about, is he healthy? Because I do think that he has the ability. I do that. He is going to sell seats. But more importantly, he can win games in the Eastern Conference that you typically might not win, because he don't get superstar calls, but he gets star calls. You know what I mean? Like, Sam, he gets star calls,
right,
and he gets away with certain things because he is on commercials and he is around. And referees watch TV just like we do.
Yep.
And when Blake Griffin walks in the arena, I notice him. They're like, okay, that's Blake. I seen him on TV. And referees, they give star calls, and we can't allude to the fact that they don't.
Well, he better get a lot of them.
Hey, the Jet
Western
seems
Conference, whack.
Hey, Jet, you seem optimistic about Blake Griffin to Detroit. He's missed 99 games in the last 4 years, to your point. Jet, appreciate you kicking it with us. See, I got it right. I'm a quick learner, my friend.